Musalia is still...
Welcome back. You're still watching the break. And, the panelists here, instead of having a conversation, I'll be asking them to repeat. And we're now joined by Gladwell Cheruiyot, who's the woman representative for Baringo County. We are still with Didmus Baraza, Member of Parliament for Kimilili, Chris Omala from Kiminini, and SJ Sifuna from ODM. And Gladwell Cheruiyot, we had been speaking about the running mate question for 2022 and wondering what considerations your party leader, who is also in One Kenya Alliance, must put in place in identifying the presidential candidate and thereafter the running mate as you approach the 2022 election.
Thank you so much, and sorry for coming a bit late. It was a bit full of jam, the road I used. But then I'm grateful and receiving your question well. That there are so many things that people need to consider while choosing their running mates or even the presidential candidate. Of course, the major part that we need to look at is what Kenyans want, who Kenyans prefer. That's the first thing in terms of who a presidential candidate should be. But of course, the presidential candidates have a duty to go around and sell themselves to the people, so that the people can have a choice to make. But then if you are already a presidential candidate, then you have also to look at who should be your running mates, considering that you need to balance the Kenyan politics. You need to look at where exactly the population is, what, I mean the people who vote, the numbers. You know, you have to fetch from where people are more. So if you come from, for example, if you come from Rift Valley and you are the presidential candidate, for me, automatically, you should go to Mount Kenya for a deputy president, so that it becomes, you know, that is where the numbers are.
And so to be contextual within One Kenya Alliance, you have your party leader, Gideon Moi, you have Musalia Mudavadi, you have Moses Wetangula, and you have Kalonzo Musyoka. None of those comes from Mount Kenya, but you also want to be a presidential candidate.
One of them, if one of them, to me, if one of them becomes a presidential candidate, it's not that it is automatic that within themselves a deputy must come from there. If I'm given a chance to give them an input, they should look from diversity. Because as it is right now, Oka, you know, Mount Kenya is a factor in our politics. Let's not cheat ourselves. Oka, as it is now, we have not had, we don't have one of the principals coming from Mount Kenya. And so for that matter, this is not a voter number that you can close out in politics. And, you know, again, as we know in Kenya, also the Mount Kenya people cannot just look at you having the cake. They will have a say. They want to have a say. Okay. And they will want to make sure their person is included in the plans that are coming.
Would then that inform the... You see, there's been this perception that the One Kenya Alliance principles are not necessarily working towards a common ticket. There has been allegations coming from Cleophas Malala saying that there are certain people trying to reach out to Raila Odinga, so that now he says that if you go the way of Raila Odinga, we are going to depart. Might this explain why there's been
not really. I think the last time I was here, I put something very clear, and I said, I come from KANU as a party, where we have not had association with any other party. And the differences that is between these other parties who were together in a coalition last time should not be actually projected to everyone. Because I tend to think this ANC, Wiper, and these other parties who are in NASA with ODM have their sibling problems which they want to know. You know, once a marriage is broken and you have chosen to go another path, you should not continue bringing the challenges you had in the other home to the other new home. You forget about it, because what is very clear when Malala and the team speaks is that they have some kind of bitterness whom some of us cannot understand.
Correct.
I need to clarify.
So for me,
right.
For me, it is not that these negotiations continue.
Okay.
The negotiations. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Negotiations continue, and it is not that where it is now we are fully done. So for me, I want to really put clearly, and if if we want to proceed on well, we should not bring out former differences to the new formation.
I hear like you're very ready and willing to work with Raila Odinga.
What's the problem with that?
Okay, I'll give you an opportunity, Dr. Chris. SG Sifuna has also been nodding. There was that report yesterday saying that some persons within UDA are reaching out to Musalia Mudavadi. Is that true? And are you interested in any principle from One Kenya Alliance?
Just even before I come there, I want to clarify what I said earlier, which you said is not factual. On 6th October 2007, Raila Odinga, standing in Uhuru Park, named Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi as his running mate. So when I say that we will not repeat the problem that the mistake that Raila did by putting the leadership of the country in one region, it was factual. In 2007,
I was speaking in the context of the new constitution, whose first election was in 2013, the next one was 2017.
Okay, but that is what I told you as an example of how to run the country, you not put the country in one direction. Now, I want to tell you for free that I was reacting on the newspaper reports that was alluding that some OCA members of parliament are being bribed by William Ruto. And I said, at least I know of at least two One Kenya Alliance principals who consult with the deputy president every time. It could be at night. And when they are meeting to discuss matters of national importance, there is nothing wrong about that. So, and I can tell you for free that for us in UDA, it is not that our train of UDA doesn't have brakes. As we have brakes, we will stop at every bus stop to pick up anybody who will be willing to board this bus. So we are discussing with the very many Kenyans who are not supporting us with a view of making them come to support us. And I even want to extend my invitation to my good friend Edwin Sifuna, that he is young and energetic. There are only two horses in this country. One horse is young and energetic, another one is a bit old and tired. And this is a fact that we must live.
I don't know what you mean with that, but Honorable Baraza, so you're reaching out to at least two principals in One Kenya Alliance?
Yes.
Who are they?
So that we can work together. I don't want to...
No. Let me give you a list. There's Kalonzo Musyoka, there's Gideon Moi, there's Musalia Mudavadi, and there's Moses Wetangula. Which ones?
I cannot preempt the discussion which we are having.
Why is he hiding? What is wrong with it?
It is my common sense will inform you that you don't jump the gun by naming names when negotiations are advancing.
For the sake of information.
We are not going anywhere. We are in this country, and maybe give it another month or so, the politics will change.
No, Honorable Baraza, when you come to this issue,
the politics will change.
Just hold on. It will be very important that you inform the public, because we're all having this discussion.
Now.
Just hold on. We're all having this discussion, and there are those allegations that everything is not so rosy within One Kenya Alliance. You just said that you're having conversations with two principals within One Kenya Alliance.
Let me bring you up to speed in a more clear terms. All those people who have declared interest to run for presidency, apart from William Ruto, they agree that coalition is the way to go. We've had two One Kenya Alliance principals saying that they cannot work with Raila Odinga. You saw the Kamba Nation warning Kalonzo Musyoka that you dare support Raila Amolo Odinga, the Kamba Nation will walk out. You've seen Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi saying that he cannot work with Raila Odinga. This one leaves out only one presidential candidate in the name of William Samoei Ruto. So they are simply telling you that we have no problem working with William Samoei Ruto. But we have every problem to work with Raila Amolo Odinga. Pardon?
Are you having conversations with Kalonzo Musyoka?
That is clear. That is,
we are having conversations with very many Kenyans. Kalonzo Musyoka being one of them.
Mudavadi being one of them.
Musalia Mudavadi being one of them. Yeah. Even Moses Wetangula, we are speaking with him.
Yes.
There is nothing wrong about that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Kalonzo Musyoka and Musalia Mudavadi are not here, but the Secretary General of the party of Moses Wetangula is here. Is it true you're having these discussions?
I want to speak with authority on OCA because I sit in the management board of OCA, where my friend Gladys does not sit. So much that I'm from Fort Kenya, but I want to speak with authority pertaining matters of One Kenya Alliance. First and foremost, on matters pertaining Cleophas Malala, those are his own opinion as an individual. It is not the opinion of ANC party. And Musalia Mudavadi pronounced himself over that matter. And when it comes to matters of consultation, in line with our constitution, consultations can be, they're open-ended. So to me, I don't see any big deal. As a matter of fact, even the Vice President, Kalonzo Musyoka, said, I'm ready to receive any phone call. So to me, I don't want to,
So do you confirm what Didmas is saying?
I don't know. I'm not privy to that. I'm not privy to that. What I said, I was clarifying the issue of Cleophas Malala, which Honorable Gladys had brought on board.
Is your party leader having talks with UDA?
And I said, Malala's, whatever he said, it was his personal opinion. It was not the opinion of ANC. That is first.
So is your party leader having discussions with the DP Ruto?
I'm not aware of any, as far as official is concerned. Maybe whatever Didmas is talking about, it might be unofficial. Yeah. But in a field of competition, there's nothing wrong with consultations. Maybe at the right time, they're still informal, maybe they'll come on board. But as far as I'm concerned, at the moment, I'm not aware of any official communication. And besides that,
I have to chip in.
I need to allow SG Sifuna to say something.
I am sure you will be told by members of ODM today that it is very unfair for you to call me on a show where I know that I can speak with authority on matters affecting ODM with people who cannot speak with authority about matters to do with their political parties. It is very unfair, you know. So I am the only person here who can confirm things. Let me finish. You know, sir, every day we in ODM continue to be vindicated about the things that we were telling you when we were in alliance with these characters. We were told that they were leaving because there was a serious deficit of trust, and that trust or lack of trust was ascribed to us as ODM. It is what my friend Gladwell is trying to tell you, that in fact a home was broken because they said, oh, there was infidelity on the part of one spouse. We went separate ways, we got into new marriages. The marriage we got into has no problems with infidelity. But we are hearing this cries in this new house that they went to. That just tells you where the problem was. But for me, I want to focus on the main things. I want to concede my brother Didmas that in fact in Mount Kenya, the deputy president had a head start. But every poll, and you have alluded to the polls, every poll is showing that every day the party leader of ODM is gaining ground, and that in fact the support that William Ruto had is dwindling. We are very, very grateful for us as ODM, for the people of Mount Kenya, because for the first time they have opened their ears, they have opened their hearts, they are opening their homes to us to receive the message from the presidential candidate that is Raila Odinga. Number two, even you yourself, Didmas, in 2017, you at some point were looking for the ODM ticket to run in Kimilili. So it is not something that is surprising that you are now on the other side and you're only saying negative things about us. There was a time when you were singing the same song that Sifuna is singing. Number three, when you talk about political party rules, even when the matters of the decisions of political parties end up in the courts only apply the rules that the parties themselves set. You know, this is the problem of bringing people who are not in management of political parties to speak about things they don't know. Even UDA, your Secretary General was here with us last time. She understands that UDA will write their own rules. You know, they are allowed.
Just let me finish. It's not wrong for Sifuna to say that. No.
Let me finish.
If it's something of point of order, it takes precedence. He cannot come and undermine people, and these people are legislators.
No. Let me just speak. Let me just speak.
It doesn't come from parliament.
That's what I'm saying.
So you can't come here and claim.
Can I speak? I need to be protected. I need to be protected. I need to be protected. You see, let me tell you, even I, no, I will not. Even I am a lawyer, but I don't know every law. these people call themselves lawmakers. You would think that once somebody is elected, he becomes a genius and knows everything. There are things you don't know, Chris Wamala.
I never say
There
that.
are things you don't know. So
I never say that.
all right.
These are
No,
legislators.
just let me finish.
When you read Article 9, it's only Parliament that legislates.
Because
Not ODM Secretary.
No, listen.
By the way,
the political parties make their own rules.
Yes.
It is not
in line
Can I finish?
Let
finish.
Dr. Chris Omalo, I mean, it's just good order to listen to your fellow panelists. You'll get your... Yes.
We are not in parliament, my friend. This is Citizen TV. Even in that parliament, if you ask your contribution or point of orders, it is not as much as the ones you're making on this show. Please go there and make your point of orders on behalf of this is a TV show.
Are you done?
If you will allow me, I want to finish.
Yes, I want you to finish because we need to make progress and talk about what
For
just
heaven's
happened
sake.
with IEBC and that a committee that is managing elections, talking about management of elections.
So the point I was making is that each political party is allowed to make their own rules. If you look at the rules of nomination and elections of ODM, they are not the same as the ones for Ford Kenya or even the ones for UDA. We were here discussing the various methods of nomination last time, yeah, and there are differences. The SG of ANC was telling us how they do it in their own political party. So if a decision is taken by the political party, when they go to court, if the matter ends up in court, they apply the rules of that political party. Yeah, so that is the point that I was making. And in fact, the question that will be asked to us, if we allow, for instance, the opening of applications again, is does the organ that expanded that time have the authority under your rules to do what it has done? It's that simple.
Okay, all right. Look, first of all of you are here by merit.